Hi guys, it's Lauren and this is my Weber weekly update. Today is a very special day because it is election day. I went and pulled out my old sticker from Friday because I actually went in person and voted at the polls, and I wanted to wear this today to feel, a little patriotic, like the collective whole. We're all a little bit on edge, but you're probably saying and thinking, no, Lauren, it's not election day. Because yes, full disclosure, I record these videos previously the week ahead and share it with you all the next week. So by the time you're watching this, we will have the results and it could be a very different vibe going on in the world. But just wanted to share what today in current time for me is. So let's jump into some real estate talk. Today I wanted to share about the current market, some trends that I'm seeing, some tips to both buyers and sellers, and just talk about the big question, which everyone always asks me, how is the market? So it feels like the wild, wild west out here. Not gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. Something that I learned this week, because it's getting a little colder, is Larry is terrified of the heater. Does anybody else have this problem with their dogs? I mean, I turn the heater on and it's actually really sad because he starts shivering, he goes a little crazy, he goes into hiding mode. Poor thing, it's just air. It's like Larry's like the wild, wild west, Larry versed central air, the heater. Who's gonna win? I got my bets on the heater. It is so competitive that we are seeing multiple offers. It's not uncommon to see 10 offers on any property that is listed at a good price point. And what does good price point mean? It means just even fair market, not under listed, but any house that is listed at a fair market price and is marketed well. We are seeing a little bit of a frenzy here. So what does that mean and what are some tips to buyers and sellers? First and foremost, you must have a good agent. I cannot stress this enough, and I'm seeing it on both sides. It's just so wild out there. Communication is key and everything and goes a long, long way. So if you are a buyer and you're in a stack of 10, 15 offers, and if your agent is one of 5 that actually calls the listing agent and gathers information on how to present the best offer, that's gonna put you light years ahead, or at least get you the information that you need to be at the top of the list. I'm representing 2 listings right now, and it is shocking how many agents do not call me. I mean, I call every single agent when I prepare an offer for my clients, and that's how I get the information on how to be the winning offer. So number 1, please go get yourself a good agent to represent you as a buyer. And as a seller, it is also so crucial and so important because as you're deciphering between all these offers, you need to make sure you're getting the most solid buyer. That takes me to tip number 2 and just topic number 2 that I want to talk about. So when it comes down to an offer, the winning offer, it is not always about price. Yes, price is usually probably the most important thing, but the other thing that we are looking at are terms. So the offer comes with many terms. There's contingencies, there's the amount of money that you're doing down. Well, that's not a term, that's just part of your offer. And there's so many things that are negotiable in there. But as I'm representing my sellers, one thing that I'm seeing because of this influx of offers and prices is making sure that the offered price that we're getting is protected. Because once we get into escrow, I don't want that price to change. I want to make sure we have the real number, a solid buyer, and they're committed to that price. So there's a couple things that go into that term. A big one is appraisals. What is an appraisal? An appraisal is made by an appraiser, which is a third party representing the buyer, is hired by the bank, and they come out, assess the property, and make sure that they are lending the correct amount of the home. So let's give some real life examples. Let's say a property is listed for $600,000 and the offers go up to $700,000. That is just wild, right? It's not uncommon. I'm seeing it all over here. The bank is going to come out and say either yes, it's worth $700,000 according to the comparable sold homes, the condition of the home, a lot of other factors, or they might come back and say no, the house is actually only worth $650,000. So then we're left with this $50,000 gap. What the appraisal does and what we can do is pre-negotiate. If you're a seller, then we can ask the buyers to either remove their appraisal contingency, or what I'm seeing also are buyers committing to a certain dollar amount above the appraised value. So let's say for that $600,000 property, for a $700,000 buyer, they might say, no, not willing to remove my appraisal contingency, but I am willing to commit to $10,000 over the appraised value. So if that appraisal comes in at $650,000, they're locked in and committed at $660,000. So there are a lot of things to decipher. It's not just the highest price, and that goes for both how you're writing an offer and how you are evaluating the pile of offers. And appraisal is so crucial, so critical, and it's not uncommon to see a lot of the sellers to ask their buyers to completely remove that appraisal contingency. So just some tips. I hope you learned something. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. But please, 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 please go get yourself a good agent. It can make a world of difference, make your life easier, better, and happier. Protecting your money. All right, that's all I got for this week. I will see you next week. I hope you have a great one, and I will be checking in on our new president. Maybe it's the same one. I don't know. Okay, bye.